Here are 10 things you should know if you've just been diagnosed with lupus. As a lupus patient myself, when I was first diagnosed with lupus, I was overwhelmed. And I'm not even sure that overwhelmed is a good word to describe it, because it was the level of overwhelm that I've never experienced before. And with that came a level of anxiety and stress and fear that I never experienced before. I almost felt like I had to fight for my life, and I was in the dark by myself trying to figure this out because nobody in my family has lupus. I didn't know anyone who had lupus, and I had no blueprint, no information, no resources. But what I did know is that lupus had no cure, and that thought alone overwhelmed me as a new mother of a young child. I want to save you some of that heartache by passing along some of the things I wish somebody would have told me when I was first diagnosed with lupus, because that would have made my journey a lot easier to manage. So I hope this is helpful for you. Number 1, you're lucky. Do you know that it takes the average person 7 whole years to be accurately diagnosed with lupus? The main reason for that is because lupus is an autoimmune disease that looks similar to many other health conditions. Number 2, you're not alone. Lupus is a chronic autoimmune disease that affects millions of people all over the world. It's a complex condition that can impact various parts of the bodies, including your skin, your joints, your kidneys, and even your nervous system. As a newly diagnosed patient, it's natural to have a lot of questions and concerns. It's natural to have anxiety about what this new diagnosis means for your life, for your health, for your future. Throughout the rest of this video, we're going to break down the essential information you need to know as a newly diagnosed lupus patient. We'll cover the symptoms, the diagnostic process, treatment options, and much more. By the end of this video, you'll have a better understanding of what to expect and how to navigate your new reality. Number 3, you have a lot to learn. The more you know about lupus, the better equipped you're going to be to manage your symptoms and make informed decisions about your health. Number 4, do not compare your journey to other people's journeys. If you're anything like me, when I was first diagnosed with lupus, I was running through the internet looking for as much information I could consume about lupus. In fact, prior to being diagnosed with lupus, I suspected that I may have it after watching YouTube stories from various women who were sharing how they came about getting diagnosed with lupus. I was almost certain I had it before they told me that I did have it. So while there is going to be this need to seek information about lupus, it's important to separate your personal experience with it from that of others, because what works for one person may not work for another person. Everybody's experience is very different, and that's why it's crucial to work closely with your own doctors so you can develop a personalized treatment plan that addresses your unique needs and symptoms. Learn your symptoms. Lupus symptoms vary greatly from one person to another, and to make matters worse, they can also change over time. Some people can experience mild symptoms, while others have more severe, debilitating symptoms. There are some common symptoms that everyone in the medical community agrees are lupus-related, such as joint pain, swelling, fatigue, fever, skin rashes, and digestive issues. However, there are lots of other symptoms that people can have as a result of other comorbid conditions that sometimes come along with lupus. So it's essential to recognize these signs and symptoms and report them to your doctor so they can assess and adjust your treatment plan accordingly. What complicates lupus treatment is also the fact that lupus symptoms can mimic those of other conditions. It's not uncommon for people to experience a delay in diagnosis for this reason. However, the sooner you receive an accurate diagnosis, the better off you'll be, because the quicker you can start to manage this disease, manage this process of your body attacking itself, and thereby prevent long-term damage to your body. If you're experiencing any unusual symptoms, it's important that you mention them to your doctor, no matter how weird or how bizarre, because many doctors are familiar with the different ways that lupus can present. So even if something seems weird to you, it may not seem weird to them. Through a combination of physical exams, medical history, lab testing, and imaging studies, your doctor is going to perform a series of tests to rule out other conditions and confirm that the symptom that you're having is lupus related. These tests often include a complete blood count, kidney functioning, anti-nuclear antibody tests. You will get tested a lot when you have lupus, which takes me to my next point. Your emotional well-being will also get tested. Receiving an actual diagnosis of lupus is quite lengthy and frustrating, the process itself. It's essential to communicate with doctors and to be persistent if you're somebody who doesn't yet have a diagnosis. Working with a knowledgeable and experienced doctor can make a difference in your life. So if you do not feel comfortable with the doctor that you're with, you have to speak your mind and you have to make sure that you're getting the help that you deserve, because your emotional well-being will also get tested, to say the least. Lupus will leave you feeling overwhelmed, scared, fearful, uncertain about the future, anxious, depressed. It's essential to remember that you're not alone and there are resources available to support you. Working with a doctor does not mean that you cannot take a multifaceted approach to healing. Treatment for lupus typically involves a combination of things. Combination of lifestyle changes, medication changes, and regular monitoring. Your doctor may recommend medication to control inflammation or reduce pain or reduce fever and prevent long-term damages to your body organs. You may also need to incorporate other lifestyle changes, such as getting regular exercise, being more mindful about what we're eating, and reducing stress. It's essential to work closely with your healthcare provider to develop a treatment plan that addresses your unique needs and symptoms. So, having lupus, since we know lupus has no cure, requires that you play an active role in your care. Doctors know a lot about lupus, but they don't know you. So you have to be a leader in using your voice to communicate to them what's going on, and that can definitely help reduce the risk of complications as you enhance the overall quality of your life. I also recommend incorporating holistic healing. That has been a very healthy approach to my treatment plan. By not just putting all of my eggs in the basket of Western medicine, I've actually been able to improve the quality of my life with lupus. Number 8, your doctors have to become your friend. Lupus requires a lot of patience, a lot of persistence, and a lot of self-advocacy. You have to be strong. You have to advocate for yourself and ask for what you need. Active participant in your care. You have to educate yourself about your condition to stay informed. You have to make informed decisions about your health, and you have to collaborate with your doctor to figure out what works best for you. Some lupus patients treat their condition with medications, and some only want to treat their condition with natural medicine, and some are comfortable doing both. You have to decide what works for you, but whatever you decide, make sure that you're speaking with your doctor so the two of you are looking out for potential pitfalls. Number 9, lupus is actually going to make you a better human being, because lupus will make you more aware of your boundaries. It will make you more aware of what works for you and what doesn't work for you. It will eliminate a lot of the noise of the autopilot that all of us live under, and basically force you to kind of be aware and awake and active in your life. You can no longer live life on autopilot, because every day is a new day with lupus. Every day, something new happens that may force you to move differently, to do things differently. Leaning into that flexibility enhances the quality of your life because it makes you aware of your vulnerability in ways that you've never been aware before. And that vulnerability, that new awareness, that new knowledge about your aptitude in life and how you feel about yourself and what your capabilities are and what makes you feel comfortable and what makes you feel uncomfortable. All of that emotional awareness will help you navigate your new reality with lupus so much better. And in the end of it, you'll be a better human because of it, because you will be more self-aware, you will have more self-respect, and more self-control. Lastly, number 10. It's important to get support. It's important to connect with people who are living with lupus because you're not alone, and it can be incredibly empowering to join a supportive group of people, whether face-to-face or in an online community, because other people going through it will have valuable resources that they can share with you. They will also have emotional support that they can share with you. And through that process of sharing, you taking from them and you giving to them, you will build a sense of community, a sense of connection with humanity that will leave you feeling empowered. You may also want to consider attending lupus-related events or conferences in your area. There's a link in a description box for you to learn about joining lupus groups in your area. That way you can meet others who are going through similar experiences, and that can help normalize this new life that you're creating for yourself. In conclusion, receiving a lupus diagnosis can be overwhelming, there's no doubt about it. However, by staying informed and empowered, you can take control of your health and develop a treatment plan that addresses your unique needs. Remember to recognize the symptoms of lupus or a lupus flare and understand the various ways that lupus can flare and cope with the emotional and psychological aspects of your diagnosis. Although lupus is attacking your body, it is also affecting your mind. It's important to keep a healthy balance of attending to both our physical health and our mental health or emotional well-being. These are the 10 things I wish somebody would have told me as a newly diagnosed lupus patient. Thanks for watching. We'd love to hear your experiences in the comments below. If you're looking for more health-related content, be sure to subscribe to our channel at Styled Under Lupus and hit the notification bell so you can be alerted next time we have a lupus-related video. Wishing you a good rest of your day.